Hello my lovely, Sophia here, Psychic Tarot reader, personal mentor. Welcome back to my channel, Sophia Psychic Tarot. So today is a success story. Yay, we've got a success story. So this young lady wants to remain anonymous, but she did send me an email which I printed off here, so I'm going to read it to you. So Sophia helped me tremendously. My boyfriend and I had an incredible, horrible argument a couple of days before Christmas, and our last text was on Christmas Eve 2019. He was out of town for work training on the other side of the country. Not only was the argument horrible, but the night before Christmas, I was devastated. For some reason, I had the thought of Googling tarot readings on YouTube. I had slid way down the rabbit hole, watching tons of readings from my Sun, Rising and Venus signs, Twin Flame and Soulmate readings, pretty much anything I could watch. I eventually came across one of Sophia's readings and instantly felt a connection to her. On 20th of January 2020, I paid for a channeled message from my SP and sent her an email with just our names, photos and birth dates. Nothing else. She knew absolutely nothing of our story or even that we were in no communication. Her reading was dead on. I couldn't believe it. She brought up personal things only him and I would know, even specifics to something about his hands, which made me laugh. I remember that now actually. I watched it a couple of times and the relief I felt from it changed my world and my outlook completely. She had told me to watch it as many times as I needed, and let me tell you, I did many, many times. I would try to catch Sophia on YouTube every time she would do her live chats. Even just hearing some positivity she gave to others helped me too. I listened and listened. I realized I had to make a complete shift in my mindset. There was no other option for me in my head. I knew only I could help myself and change my life. I set myself up with a daily routine after that. When I woke, I would say positive affirmations about self-love, then do a guided meditation, random ones I found on YouTube. I said positive affirmations over and over again, from self-love to how my boyfriend felt about me and about money. Anything positive. Then I would write affirmations about my boyfriend and my relationship that I wanted to create, and eventually started scripting it, writing my movie as Sophia describes it. I would also do a meditation at night before bed and then listen to guided sleep meditations while I slept that would repeat affirmations. On the 5th of February 2020, my boyfriend sent me a text. It wasn't the kindest, but it was a text at least, especially considering that he told me when we first met that he never ever speaks to his exes, they are immediately blocked, and that he never looks back. This was now like a dangling carrot. I was very up and down in my emotions about it. I contacted Sophia again and she told me that everything was on track, to stay positive, keep repeating my affirmations, and to remember that I created my reality with my thoughts. I continued to be strong. I knew I could do this. I had to. I wanted him back. And I started to legitimately feel this wasn't over. We weren't back to talking all the time or even consistently, but I would tell myself things like, it's fine, he's at work and isn't able to speak to me right now. Whatever I could tell myself to keep my mind in check so that I wasn't reacting in a negative way. I was constantly changing our story in my mind to what I wanted it to be going forward. I had full control. After all, it was my movie. We were on and off with texts for about 3 weeks, and just before he was due to fly home, COVID hit and he was quarantined in March. We did minimal chat for quite some time, but I still continued on my mental diet and remained positive and focused on my movie. Our communication started to improve and things got back on track between us. We talked daily and were soon enjoying our happy chats together. Quarantine was lifted and he returned home, finally back in my arms in June, where I had wanted him to be. So please stay positive. I was honestly at the lowest of my low and felt like my heart and my life had been ripped apart. I'm not sure I would have made it to where I am now without Sophia's guidance. As hard as it may be sometimes, follow what she tells you. You have the control. You just have to believe it and in yourself and know that your thoughts really do create. Beautiful, wonderful, well done, my lovely, well done. She wanted that to be read out to give you hope as well. So I wanted to go sort of back over a few things that I do on my channel and that I've done in my Get Them Back playlist as well. I do say quite a lot of it in some of my readings as well, but sort of putting it as a whole to reiterate it again for you as quickly as I can. Regarding your self-love and self-respect, so I always say put yourself on the pedestal and take them off it. You are the only one on your pedestal, my lovelies. Know that you are good enough, lovable and worthy. Even saying things like, I'm loved, I'm wanted, I'm respected, everyone makes me a priority. You'll be surprised at how things, when you reaffirm it, things do change. Have your own self-love, self-respect and self-worth, and know that no one else can make you happy, whole and complete. Only you can make yourself happy, whole and complete. People can share in our happiness, our joy, our love, our money, our wealth, our success, but they cannot make you happy, whole and complete. That's something you have to do. So if you're waiting for your person to come back to get your life moving, it doesn't work like that, my lovelies. So going to the fundamentals of us as humans, we are energy inside this human body, inside this skin, bones, physical matter. So because we're energy, we are giving off an energetic vibration, a frequency. So when I say on my videos, stop being a negative Nancy and be a positive Pam, the negative Nancy I'm referring to are your low vibrations. You're like a TV or a radio transmitter tower, and you're constantly sending off this signal, your energetic frequency, your vibration. So if you are in the lower negative Nancy frequencies of resentment, anger, sorrow, grief, heartache, all the low frustration, all the low vibrations, negative Nancy, that's what you're sending out. So you're repelling your person. If you're thinking they don't love me, they're happy with somebody else, then they're thinking I'm happy with somebody else. I'm not thinking about you. Okay, because you're sending off that negative, you're repelling them. When you come into the higher positive Pam vibrations is when you, of love, joy, peace, gratitude and enlightenment, is when you will start attracting things back to you. Your thoughts create your reality, and your thoughts create your feelings, and your thoughts and feelings create your reality. Your imagination creates. So whatever you are believing in, imagining, assuming and telling yourself is all creating your thoughts, imagination, thoughts. create. Everyone in your reality is only reflecting your thoughts back to you based on your assumptions of them. They are playing the part you have given them. Your subconscious mind pushes out those thoughts and they go on whatever or to whoever you direct them to or at. Nobody in your reality has free will but you. They can do what they like in their reality, but in your reality, you control the movie. Therefore, what you focus on grows. What you persist in becomes a hardened fact. What you believe in manifests. What you continue to believe in stays in your reality. You hold everything in place by your attention on it and your belief or assumption in it. Therefore, stop focusing on the things you do not want to see in your reality. You are the only block, no one else and nothing else. So when you're going in your negative Nancy moments, stop and ask yourself, would I want to see that thought turn up in my reality? You're creating it anyway. So many people think that others or the outside world has to change first before you see changes. No, it's short-lived. You have to change from within and the way you are thinking things, believing in things and assuming things. Then you will see the outside world and people change to what you want it to be. As I say, do you want to just live a life or do you want to live the life you prefer? So if you're going and arguing and trying to make a point with your specific person, if you're in communication with them and they're not seeing things your way, you're not going to change them like that. You have to change it in here. You have to change the story of what you want them to be doing in your movie. The part you want them to be playing, how you want them to be acting, what you want them to be saying to you. So, people say they can't manifest. I can't manifest. It's too difficult. I can't do it. I can't do it. Your thoughts create. You can't not manifest unless you were dead. You constantly think. Your thoughts create. We've always manifested things in our lives, whether positive or negative. It's just that when it's become conscious, okay, that we're consciously manifesting and we're constantly watching our thoughts, that you find it hard. But you don't find it hard thinking the negative things, so why should you find it hard thinking the positive things? Stop focusing on things you don't want to see in your reality. Like this young lady did. Her ex had told her, I don't do exes. Once you're gone, door shut, bang. You ain't coming back. You ain't putting that little tippy toe back over my door. But no, she's told herself, no. I told her, no. You want him, you have him. This is what I tell all my personal mentoring clients as well. When they come to me with a list of this, that and the other, and so-and-so's done this and he's doing that, none of it is relevant. That is your old movie. That is the old story you're telling yourself, your old assumptions, your limiting beliefs. Change them. You are thinking all day anyway, so change your negative thoughts into your positive thoughts, your positive affirmations. Repeat them, repeat them, repeat them. You're repeating the negative shit to yourself all day, so start repeating the positive things that you want to be seeing in your life. He doesn't ring me, he doesn't text me. Then he's not going to ring you and he's not going to text you. He constantly rings me every day. I like to put in an action word in affirmations, like always or constantly or continuously. If you're just saying, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me, I love McDonald's, but unless I get off my backside and go and get a McDonald's or order one, I'm not going to get one. So if you put in, he constantly rings me, then he will start to constantly ring you. It's not going to be overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. And that's where people give up. They say, I'm bored of doing affirmations. I'm tired of doing affirmations. It's tiring. You're not tired of thinking negatively all day long. So why should you be tired of thinking positively all day long? You've got to be on your mental diet. You create. Your thoughts cannot not create. You have to be on your mental diet, positive Pam, watching your thoughts and turning every negative thought into a positive. You're bound to have a low moments, but the trick is not to dwell in it. Okay? Even when you have a negative feeling, let it go. Don't bring in your thoughts to your feelings. In your mind, while you are breathing through your negative feelings, just keep saying to yourself, everything's fine, everything's perfect, I'm good, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed in your reality at that point in time. Even if your person was stood in front of you saying, drop dead, I don't want to ever see you again. I love Lucy. You, nothing to me. Everything's fine, everything's fine. Don't react. Those are already thoughts you've created before, and he is showing up doing that now. You have to go through that, telling yourself it's the old movie playing out. The old movie has to play out. Don't keep reacting to it or you'll never get to the end. You go into your new movie. That's not happening in my movie or my reality. This is what's happening in my movie and my reality. When I am manifesting consciously, I never think about the how and the when, the ifs, the whys, the buts and maybes. It will come to me in the way it's meant to. I usually get a feeling to take inspired action. I love McDonald's. I love McDonald's. Well, get off your ass and go and get one then. Okay, I'll go and get one. I'm not saying you have to reach out to your person, but in your affirmations, you have to bring in an action word. He constantly rings me. What you focus on grows. What you persist in becomes a hardened fact. So when you are thinking all your thousands of thoughts that you have every day and you are turning them into a positive over and over and over again, every time you think, Bob, your SP, okay, you think the new version, the positive version. You don't go back into the old. You cannot keep putting that old DVD in because else it will never end. Trash it, throw it away. You're not interested in that. It's not making you happy. The TV transmitter signal to that channel is not making you happy. So I do also scripting. Okay, I write down, say for my business, how I want it to be. If I've said so and okay a lot in this video, I do apologize. I do that without realizing. In my scripting, I do it as if I've already got it. Okay, I'm writing it as if I've already got it. And I will use the telephone method. I like the telephone method. I used to visualize a lot, but now I do the telephone method, where I am pretending that a friend of mine is calling me, especially when I'm going to bed, going to sleep. I will hear her say to me, wow, I hear that business is booming. Sophia, business is booming. Yes, business is booming. Saying it back in my head to her. I hear that you earn over £100 every day. Yes, I earn over £100 every day. That sort of, so you could be like, I heard that Bob got in touch with you. Yes, Bob contacted me today. Bob contacts me every day. He's always telephoning me. Bob constantly tells me every day how much he loves me, how he can't live without me and wants only me. Bob always contacts me every single day. Bob always loves talking to me. So I do the scripting, affirmations, always the affirmations, always watching my thoughts. It becomes the norm. it becomes the norm that you then go from a negative Nancy to a positive Pam. You can snap yourself out of any negatives very quickly. If you get triggered as well, don't beat yourself up about it. Just think, okay, why? What made me get triggered, and why do I feel that way? What still needs working on? What do you need to change from the negative to the positive? So all I can say, my lovelies, like this young lady did, is be positive. Know that all things are possible. Her boyfriend was saying, that's it. It's over. Done. Don't do exes. Never have. Never will. But she didn't give up. She continued in it on her movie, not reacting to what he was doing, and she got him back. So I hope this has helped you. Any other success stories, please let me know. I also do personal affirmation videos and guided meditation videos. They are on my website under the personal mentoring tab. If you go to where you pay for the personal mentoring, you will see a drop down box and you can just order without the personal mentoring an affirmations video. But I would need an email from you to sort of things that you want to, what your situation is, so that it's unique to you. That's why they're personal affirmations, or else you can just go and listen to one. I do have one in my Get Them Back playlist, but it's more personal to you and with your person's name in it as well. So my lovelies, I hope this has helped. Again, thank you so much to the lovely young lady who gave me her success story for us to read out on the channel. Love and light.